Hello, friends. Welcome back to Everyday with Tanya J. Today I'm going to be cooking some Southern soul food. That's going to be some chicken baked, macaroni and cheese, collard greens with some pigtails. So, if that's something you're interested in, keep on watching. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know you want to subscribe. It's only going to get better, baby. Keep on watching. So you want to put your meat in a pot, enough water and enough room for it to boil. Now this is going to be boiling for several hours until basically I like for my meat to kind of fall off the bone. But I'm going to season it up. I have some Creole. I have some onion powder. And I'm going to use some garlic powder. Seasoned. Now it should start to boil. This is what they're looking like. They've boiled down. Now it's time to add in them collard greens. The collard greens have been added. This is what they're looking like so far. We're just going to let them cook down because they're going to basically kind of melt, okay? And they're going to boil down and they will be a dark green. And you can kind of tell once they're done. These, if they look like this, you can tell they're not done, okay? Just wait. This part right here, I have some water boiling. I'm just gonna add some macaroni noodles to that, cook it for 15 minutes, strain them, and then add them to my cheeses and my milk and the butter and the seasoning. Keep on watching. For my rice, I used Uncle Ben's. I just added water, whatever level you come up with for the rice, which is usually half. You add twice as much water, and then I add butter. I'm gonna also add this Sazon Goya, one of these packets. It turns it yellow, and it gives a little bit of seasoning. This is what the packet looks like, just one. Boil it for 15 minutes or until your rice is done. Bring it to a boil, put the lid on, turn it down to low, and let it cook for 15 minutes. It'll come out fine. So I'm getting ready to do that with the rice. This is what the Goya looks like when it comes out of the packet. Orange, but it will turn yellow, don't worry. So I cut up one bell pepper, and then this is about the size, equal size amounts of onion. That's just cut, no particular onion, use whatever you like. I think I used Vidalia sweet onions or something like that. And those are gonna be sauteed together. Bell pepper and onions are sauteing. And cook them down to the onions are translucent. You know what saute means. Cook them, boys. There's a glimpse of the rice. It has maybe 2 more minutes. You can see all I did was cook it as I instructed you. 15 minutes. Now I'm cutting up some chicken to add to my stir fry. This is boneless, skinless chicken thighs. We're gonna cut them into bite-sized portions. So I just season them up a little bit, and then we're going to cook them in a pan, saute them. This is like you're doing your own hibachi, but just not with the hibachi grill, and you're cooking each ingredient individually. So this will be a chicken stir fry, I guess is what you call it, rice. But then I'm gonna leave the shrimp out on the side, so in case people have shellfish allergies, they don't have to worry about picking out shrimp or have an allergic reaction. So I'm gonna cook those after I cook this chicken. This is what the chicken's looking like. So I took the chicken out. This is what it's looking like. It's only 6 pieces. I thought there were more, but hey, that'll do. We just have to eat a different meat. Now it's time for the last protein ingredient that we're going to be adding to our stir fry, and that's going to be our shrimp. Added a little bit of seasoning. It doesn't take shrimp long to cook. They're just cooking in butter. So once they turn orange, you know they're done. Then we're going to just set them aside. So what I've done is I've dumped the bell pepper and onions that I sauteed, the chicken, the rice that was cooked with the Goya, dumped all that into my baking dish. This is just what I'm going to use to serve it out of. I'm going to mix those ingredients together and add some teriyaki sauce. You want to get them incorporated well or mixed throughout. So you'll have a little bit of everything as you eat. It doesn't look like it's a lot of meat right now because it's only chicken. And as I said before, for those people that will be eating this meal that have shellfish allergies, we didn't want to make them swell up, okay? So it's just some chicken, bell pepper, onions, along with the rice. Those people that can partake of shellfish have added. This is the teriyaki sauce that we'll be adding, and it's just to taste. One thing you don't want to do is overcook your shrimp, and these are done. You don't want them to be tough and chewy. This is what the greens are looking like. Cook them down even more. Don't leave those alone. The macaroni noodles are done. They have been strained, and I put them in the glass container that I'm going to cook them in. I'm going to add some butter and eggs. Add the butter. Kind of distribute that throughout. I'm going to add 4 eggs to the mixture. The butter's already melted in there. We're going to mix them in. This is what they look like once they're all mixed in. You see a little bit of the yolk. Okay. Now it's time to season your noodles. That's where the main flavor comes from the cheeses as well as your seasonings. I'm going to use some Lawry's, Tony's Creole, onion powder, and some of my garlic powder. Please hold. This is what it looks like after the Tony's Creole. Now to add some of the others. Well, all of the others. This is all of the seasonings. Now I'm going to mix it together. You can kind of season it to taste. It's up to you. Use little, more, it's up to you. In the South, we just do more, okay? These are the cheeses that I'm going to be adding. You can use what you want. I have this Sargento 4-cheese Mexican. I have some Colby Jack. I have some Sharp that I cut into cubes. And then I have some sliced American that I just ripped. It's about 5 slices. This is about an 8-ounce block. I'm going to incorporate those into the macaroni. This is what it looks like once I've added everything except for the block cheese. Now I'm going to add the evaporated milk. I'm going to use about 3 cans, or we'll see where it stands. I like my macaroni noodles to be below the level of the liquid so that it won't be so crunchy and hard, but we'll see. This is what it's looking like with the 3 cans of milk. Now I'm going to add the cheeses. And I like to strategically place the cheeses because I like to have a little tang or the sharpness in basically every bite. So we're going to go ahead and place them around. There's no rhyme or reason to this. You do it how you want to. This is just my reasons. And of course they're right. Duh. Now I'm just going to push them down. Aggressively. No, just push them down so that you know you have some of that flavor throughout. Okay, she's done now. It's time to go in the oven for 45 minutes to an hour. All you got to do is check it to see if there's any liquidy, I guess, areas. And then you cook it a little bit more. But it's going to be in the oven at 375. Let's check the macaroni. It's been cooking for 43 minutes. Yeah, you can see that it's still liquidy. So it's probably gonna need those 17 minutes. We'll check back. This is after an hour. You can see there's kind of brown portions. Leave it 10 more minutes. Okay, I took the macaroni out. This is what it looks like. Cooked it a little bit longer than I intended to, but it will still be good, y'all. I'll show you my plate. Here's my dinner on my paper plate. I got my macaroni. Let me show you the cheese. See the little blocks of cheese right there? Everything's melted. There's my chicken. There's my stir-fry rice with chicken and shrimp. Collard greens. Yum, yum. I got cinnamon rolls in the oven. This is good, y'all. It is good. You just don't know. You might want to try it, though.